Hi again, fellow unlicensed thinkers. In some ways, I'm kind of an odd man out in the spiritual community because people want to think that the self, the true self, is something behind everything else. And to me, the true self is all of that. The true self is all of the things that make us up. But I'll get more into that in a second here. The reason I moved to this way of thinking is because I realized there was a dissonance. And that dissonance was my wanting to find this original self and my, shall we say, love of shadow work. And for shadow work, you can't just ignore and look past the things that make you you. In shadow work, you have to accept those things so that you can gain some level of control over them, so that you can fix them if you feel that is appropriate. But more, it's about accepting, it's about understanding that this is who I am. And so I would think of it much like, I suppose, a loaf of bread. Okay, so a loaf of bread is something that I can eat. It's something tangible. It has a net effect of existing as a loaf of bread. Well, I can break that down into its individual ingredients, and I can understand all of those. And that's great, because if I want to make a better loaf of bread next time, the better I understand the ingredients that make up that loaf of bread, the better I can alter them and change them to suit my needs, to make that better loaf of bread that I so desire. But saying that the loaf of bread doesn't exist doesn't really serve any purpose. I might as well not eat the loaf of bread. Sure, I'm hungry, but why eat the loaf of bread since I can say that it doesn't exist, or I can use particle physics to break it down even further into the atomic level, into the particles and subparticles and whatever else you can come up with, getting all the way down to vibrating strings. And in which case, why eat the loaf of bread? No matter how hungry I am, I can say the loaf of bread isn't anything. It's just an energetic vibration, and there's no point in me consuming it. That doesn't do me any good. So, getting this back to self, well, who am I? And I could say I am this thing behind everything that's observing everything. But the observer is one of the things that I am. The observed is a part of who I am. My ego is a part of who I am. My mind, my thoughts. Sure, thoughts don't necessarily come from me. I don't generate them. I don't think about what my thoughts will be, because then where did the thought of the thought of the thought of the thought come from? And so I don't think of them, but my thoughts are me. My thoughts influence me. My memories influence me. Those traumas associated with the memories, the joys associated with the memories, they influence me. They are me. The chemicals that are going through my body right now, in whatever different way they may be going through my body, in order to make me angry at something that just happened, or to cause me to feel love or joy or kind, want to be kind. These different chemicals that are going through my body, I could say, well, I'm not those chemicals. But the net effect is that I am those chemicals. I am that biology. I am these desires and biases. I am the things that are happening around me in the present that are influencing me, that are affecting me. And so to break that apart and talk about each of these things can be very useful, just like the ingredients of the bread. Because if I want to make myself a better person, it's not going to do me any good to deny that I am all of these things, to say, well, I'm not my ego, I'm not my mind, I'm not my present emotion, I'm not my chemicals. I am those things. That is who I am right now in the present. So I'm all of these things, I'm all of these aspects. And the more I learn and accept these aspects of me as me, the more I'll be able to control them and deal with them and correct them if I feel so inclined. The me that exists right now is me. The me that existed a moment ago that I was just talking about. That is not me. The me that will exist in the future, that's not me. So one of the Zen questions is, who were you before you were born? And who will you be after you die? Well, I wasn't anything, and I won't be anything. I'm this thing that is in the present, because before I was born, I didn't have all of these things, chemicals, ego, mind, thoughts, whatever, that went into making me. And after I die, I won't have these things. And so I was something else, I will be something else, but that something else is that's not really the point as far as, is it useful to me? It's absolutely not useful to me. Just like the loaf of bread is not useful when you think of it as a bunch of strings vibrating at some frequency. Then the loaf of bread becomes useless. The net effect of all of the ingredients and all of the processes and chemicals and molecules that go into bread, the net effect of those makes bread. Just like all of the things that go into me make me. So I am constantly being constructed in each new moment, depending on all of these factors. I am me right now. I am all of the things that make up me. I am always me. There is not a background me that I need to find, because I can keep looking further and further, and I can keep searching for that homunculus prime, and I can keep trying to find that original me. What I try to do, and this is again because of the idea of shadow work, is I try to accept who I am in each moment and think about the things that make me who I am in each moment. Because those are the things that I can change to become the better version of myself. If I deny those, I'm not working on them. I'm saying, oh, they don't have an effect on me, but they do. They do have an effect on the net effect is who I am at that moment. And so when they say, show me your original face, this is another Zen koan type thing. So show me your original face. Well, that's me. That's me right now. This is my original face right now. And that was my original face just a second ago. And this is going to be my original face, whatever it comes up in a second here. See, there it was. That's my original face. This is my original face now. Because things are always changing. These chemicals are changing. These thoughts are coming in. These different ideas, these different emotions, these change in biases and feelings, the change in my surroundings. They're always going to be different. They're always going to be changing. And I am the amalgamation of all of those things. I am the net effect. I am the loaf of bread. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Be sure to hit like and share the video. Have a great day.